Welcome back everyone to Let's Play The Last Federation. I'm your host, BrainBoy20, and where we last left off, we had got the Skylaxians to space, the Acutians were already to space, and we got the Boreans to space, and did a tutorial of how combat worked. Currently we have also got a diplomat with the Peltians and the Andors, giving us a chance for them to decide to give us a mission to give them spacefaring tech, which bypasses the spy probe missions. Now I'm going to go to the Evox, and I'm going to do the same thing and hire a diplomat for them as well. But we've actually reached the point where there's not really much else I can do. I got a lot of credit, I got a lot of this stuff. Now I'm going to focus on trying to... Okay, let's look at the information on what we've got so far. So I want at least the Boreans and Andors to work together. So what do the race relations look like? Okay. Acutians of course hate my guts, but the Skylaxians and Boreans like me. The Andors are hated by 3 different people for whatever reason. Well, the Burlusts hate everyone. The Boreans hate them, which I don't want, and the Skylaxians also hate the Andor. Well, no, the Skylaxians actually like the Andors, so the Andors are neutral to everyone, except Thoraxians. They somehow like the Thoraxians, which hopefully will change very quickly. So what I want to do here is I want to get the Andors to like I want the Boreans to like the Andors. And I don't care about the other two. The relation between the Skylaxian and Andor seem like a fairly decent relation to me. And the Peltians and Skylaxians not caring that much about each other doesn't really matter that much to me. But what I will do... Well, the Peltians aren't even in space. Okay. Because of how poor the planet quality is for the Skylaxians, and the fact that they have fairly weak troops compared to the Acutians, even though their navy seems to be a lot better, I'm going to actually go over to the Skylaxians. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a look at the planet details. What do we have? Okay, so their planet is a Gauss gas giant, among the largest planets of the solar system with a largely uninteresting and small core under a swirling mass of gases. However, the extremely strong magnetosphere contributes to a large number of satellite moons, some of which are similar in size to terrestrial planets, albeit with liquid carbon dioxide. Owner compatibility is very, very low. So, here's what sucks. 1 is good, less than 1 is bad. This is how compatible the inhabitants are with this planet. Each race is better suited to some planet types than others, and this has a major impact on how well they are able to do, how fast they build things, and how well their population grows, and so on. Because of their incredibly low compatibility, I am really going to need to fix this if I want to make sure the Skylaxians don't die off when the Thoraxians inevitably hit space, because Thoraxians suck, as the test stream of this game found out, with the Acutians dying horribly. But I don't care about the Acutians dying that much, it's who they died to that I cared about. Burlusts on an ice world or Boreans on a molten world, for instance, will do very badly. Compatibility can be improved by researching certain technologies and building certain buildings. If this race has very low compatibility with its planet, it may develop avarice towards another race holding a planet that this race would be well suited for. Wars have started over less. Owner details. They like us. I have no informant, and I have no diplomat. I'm actually going to fix that, because I'm stupid for not having a diplomat with races that I actually like. Their population, fairly decent, and they have a fairly high local ground multiplier because of all their combat techs. And they have a starting ground combat race and advantage from defending their home world. Space defenses, they have a couple of armadas of not very strong. Anyway, Skylaxians, I would like to hire a diplomat with you. Okay, and I could do a paid dispatch to work on techs and stuff like that, right? No, I can't do that yet. What I can do is help destroy a pirate base. And I can make everyone hate me slightly less by doing this for them. I'm guessing this joint mission of destroying a pirate base is because they have... Well, the game is actually still hiding something from us. For those who know about the game full well, we actually have the notifications tab hidden from us still, and I intended to get that this episode. But without the notifications tab, I have a lot of information that I just do not have that I would really need. So logbook. Just a friendly note, because I suspect you might be the paranoid type, you don't need to hit the pause before going into menus. Any menus, the solar map stops when you're not looking at it. So let's see. Intro. Oh. My mistake. Okay, never mind, that's not helpful. Racial power grid. We're technically in the Alliance. All these people are different. I've got a decent amount of techs. My science stat is definitely higher than the Burlusts and higher than the Thoraxians. Everyone else is for certain. Borean's definitely going to need some. And the Skylaxians are actually some of the highest. Manufacturing kind of sucks across the board, with the exception of the Acutians, but that's to make sense. My ship multiplier is high. Pirate multiplier kind of sucks, but what am I supposed to do about that? That's not helpful, though. Advisor, top 3 powers of the Federation, top 3 suggested allies. We're not going to bother looking at this stuff just yet. I actually want to get somewhere in the game. I am seeing if I have a way to... Nope. Not at all. Alright. With a not at all type deal going on, I am probably going to help destroy the pirate base. Hey, you have some allies. Are they some folks that are neutral to you? Either way, they don't want to shoot you during this battle. Regardless of relationships outside of battles, when there are multiple parties in a particular fight, everyone has specific stances against everyone else, allied, enemy, or neutral. On the bottom left of your screen, you can see little colored indicators showing which races are allied against you, which are neutral, and which are enemies. You can hover over them for more information and to see how each of them feels about the other races involved in the battle. Just because 2 races both hate you doesn't mean they aren't also at war with one another. The state of the solar map obviously has a big impact on how everyone lines up here, but so does context. Even if a race normally dislikes you, if you've offered to help them fight off attackers, they'll be your ally for the duration of the fight, while like a gift squid in the tentacle, or whatever. Why not a gift hydra in the jaw? Anyway, so our enemies are Acutians, and there's pirate bases for the Acutians, and we have the Rave Upper Hand, which is pirate. What other pirates are there? I don't see, but I'm looking with Skylaxians. And we have another Skylaxian group out there. We have more Acutians and a special weapons facility. Let's see here. Upon activation, it automatically gives me a 1.5 times boost to all deployed allied ships' attack power. Any ships you deploy after attacking this will not get the boost. Abandoned hydraulic technology that only you can activate by bringing my flagship near it. Well, I'm going to make this a very easy fight. So, full speed. And, you can just... what deals the most damage? Energy Blaster. Literally auto-fire. And we are going to activate this immediately. Come on. Come on. Oh, they're all shooting inward? Well, that's not my problem. Do I have to dock with it, though? Okay, that shotgunned me to heck and back, and that was not my best moment. I'm going to drop this, boost my shields, and boost my weapons. And we're going to turn around, pull out the energy blaster, and have them focus fire on the shotgun in the middle that so graciously nearly murdered me. And that's an artillery squad, so I'm going to make sure I'm not dying. Oh, did that shotgun that to destruction? Yeah! Did I get the 1.5? No, they didn't. Well, that wasn't my brightest moment, but I'm not dead. So I'm going to drop this down by 1, put up my shields by a little bit more. And you've been screwing with me this entire time, so eat minigun. And who's still artillerying? Oh, you're still artillerying. Well, that's not my problem. I mean, it kind of is my problem, so I'm going to focus fire you. I kind of don't want to get artilleried again. That hurts you the most. Gravity Lance, eat it. Okay, it's nice that I'm getting hit by this stuff now, but I'd rather get hit by it later. And, okay, those are other shuttles. Yeah, sad that I made that critical error. I don't know what I thought about it, because everything here has health. We're gonna drop no. If we're gonna move anywhere, we're dropping weapons to boost speed. And Energy Blaster. Can Gravity Lance hit it? No. So we're just gonna let Energy Blaster do its thing for right now. Okay, that's a sniper turret. Able to fire from extreme range, but only with it in a 110-degree firing cone and only at large or... I don't know what GL ships means. But we are going to continue charging, and I'm going to aim... Oh. I think it's more of I can't aim. So what is that? Gravity Lance turret. I'm actually going to instead basically curve my way around it, as I really don't feel like dying at this exact moment. That'll be accepted, and we're going to blast this so it doesn't snipe me. And we'll start dancing around and seeing what we can destroy of the other enemy turrets. Alright. Drop speed. We can drop shields a little bit because my shields have gone up to max. And we're just going to lay waste with this energy, weapon. Huh? Who teleported away? Don't tell me their flagship got away, because that just seems like it's a really bad thing to happen. Are you really not dying? Alright. Gonna turn around. I will have the Gravity Lance going just to kill this thing off. I said just to kill this thing off. There we go. We're just gonna kill what else we can. Swap to Energy Blaster and just open up on this man. Drop shields by one more and continue blasting. That was unnecessarily painful to me, but I can at least deal with the fact that I took that much damage, and at least understand my mistake. I'm not going to let that happen again. Alright, so Acution's pirates have lost a lot of base power, which is great for me. Took a ton of damage, destroyed 10 ships, I lost a lot of credit. Acutions hate me a little less, but everyone else likes me a lot more. Let's see if I can continue to improve my relation. An Acution pirate base has been destroyed, and I rescued 3 Acution pilots from escape pods. That is good for me. Let's see here. Let's go visit the Borines. Are there any friendly actions I could take? I could destroy another pirate base. I mean, I don't actually know how many pirate bases there are, which bugs me a little bit, but I might as well do this one more time. I'm just doing this past a little bit of time. And to get a good look at what these races are capable of. Do we have another thing like this that I won't screw up this time? Hydro Stealth Shipyard. On capture, you'll gain 1 squadron and 10 turns of cloaking on all members. On all its members. Cloaked ships can be hit by stray shots, but are invisible to enemies and can still shoot like normal. Well, I'm going to go over there and go grab that. Hopefully this time without screwing up majorly and losing the shipyard because of it. Because that is heresy. And more scattershot. So, drop shields, drop weapons, boost speed, and keep weapons hot. And you can just auto-fire with the Energy Blaster because you literally hit everything. Or I'll dance with this flagship, why not? Heading in this direction. Target you. Drop engine, boost power, and we'll still go full out and see if I can do some damage to you. Minigun on you now, or Gravity Lance? Minigun. There are no escape pods, right? Nope, it is space junk. So I'm going to continue dodging around, swap to Energy Blaster, and have you auto-fire at these turrets. Oh, those are the stealth fighters, aren't they? Or are those just literally just... Here they are. They're right around me. Let's not go into the artillery turret. In fact, let's go hit the artillery turret and try to kill it with the gravity lance before it becomes a humongous problem. Okay, it'll be dead as I'm leaving. Alright, with the stealth fighters, we're going to boost ourselves full speed in their general direction. Swap to auto fire, but put on the energy blaster. And we'll see how close we can get. So these are all just gravity lance turrets. I'm guessing on the way in, I'm actually going to boost my attack value and go back to auto fire, because they should hopefully hit off all the turrets that matter. Once again, just keep auto firing. It is not a massive issue as long as we're killing them off. I'm sorry, what is that? The artillery turret? That is what dealt so much damage to me. I mean, this is kind of a no-duh type deal, but still. That thing can shoot behind itself. I mean, it's probably trying to blow up the Skylaxians, that makes sense, but still. Oh my gosh, I'm going to try to save you. Please don't kill yourself. You are my ally. Speaking of which, why doesn't the gravity lance do more damage? Alright, special abilities unlocked. Ooh, shiny new toys for your flagship. You may think that combat is easy now, but as the game progresses, it gets steadily harder. As combat becomes more tense, you'll need to rely on an ever-growing list of special abilities as well as tech upgrades you've already been introduced to. Using a special ability sacrifices a normal turn. Instead, it just uses the ability, and whatever previous momentum your ship had is retained, so you may drift some more, depending on how fast you were going at the end of the last turn. That said, special abilities all have very powerful side effects. They cause an energy ring to burst out of your flagship, destroying all ships they come into contact with. This is hugely useful in complex battles, such as when clearing a path for your ship to get through. You may find yourself using this secondary effect even when you don't need the specific main function of an ability. Flagship customization has also been unlocked. There is a new customized flagship button on your main solar map HUD. Clicking in this screen lets you choose which 6 specific abilities are assigned to your flagship and which 3 guns are equipped to. As you progress through the game, you'll unlock more guns and abilities. Excess unequipped abilities are also useful. Whenever you use up the ammo for an ability on your bar during a battle, a new unused ability of the same category is swapped in after 30 turns, if there is one, except for operational abilities which can't be swapped in that manner. Ammo? Oh yes, abilities have both ammo and a recharge time between uses. Don't worry though, ammo is completely restored after each battle, just like your health and shields. And the black market has appeared on my solar map. Looks like you're no longer the only mercenary in the solar system. That's okay, there's some professional courtesy extended between all mercs unless you find yourself on the wrong end of a bounty. There's a lot of stuff you need that you can only get on the sly, and the black market is where to go. Once you click on the black market to visit it, you'll see the above button. Then that opens up whatever purchasing/selling options are currently available to you. Some of the great deals are just behind closed doors trade and perfectly legit items. This is also a great place to pick up hydro technology. It's also a great place to hire goons, which are essential to doing any sort of research or construction without the assistance of another race. There's also some less savory options available to you if you are that sort. So, everyone likes me a little bit more. It took a fair amount of solar months because of the amount of turns it took. For each turn beyond, like, I think 10, you start taking additional solar months to complete the objective. And as you can see, some time has moved on, and the black market is actually down here, so let's go visit the black market. As of right now, we'll just negotiate with the mercs after we actually take a quick look at my flagship. So, what do I have? Minigun, Energy Blaster, Gravity Lance we've already seen. Our offensive abilities are the Giga Cannon. Auto targets the nearest enemy flagship, although does not home in on it. Once fired, it damages any and all ships it passes through on its way to its target, as well as destroying any debris it touches. Polarity corruption. For 10 turns, all non-subspace, non-microwave shots become dangerous to all ships except the one that fired them. Friendly fire, anyone? Operation Leech. Deploys a squadron of 8 Leech ships as an escort. Operation Wolf deploys an attack squadron of 9 Wolf Predators, which have double speed, double health, and double attack power compared to normal Predators. A Protective Sheath. For 10 turns, no shots from any source do any damage to your ship. A very useful ability for certain missions that are now available to us. And Cloaking Device. My flagship becomes cloaked for 5 turns. It can still take damage from stray shots, but enemies will not be able to see it or fire shots intentionally at it. Your ship can still fire as normal, however. Other ones we have are Operation Alter, which I will look up right now. 2 Ultra Sacrifice ships as an escort. I don't know what those are. And Shield. 4 Protector Aegis ships. We'll check out what those do later. We have anti-swarm lasers that shoot out all small enemy ships within a range of 800 of your flagship, damaging them a moderate amount. Consume lasers. For 5 turns. Each laser shot that hits your ship also causes your ship to gain an attack bonus that lasts for the rest of the battle. Does not reduce the damage caused by those laser hits, but that's great. Like, I will gladly take that upgrade. And then Divert Power to Shields immediately pushes the shield health of your flagship to 100%. Very useful and normal. And then Siphon Shields. Takes some shield power from all nearby enemy shielded ships and adds it to my own. All of which are very useful abilities, but I'd like more. I didn't change anything. Yeah, that's just the name. Alright. So, we have Combat Practice or Negotiate with Mercs. I'm not going to go into Combat Practice, but let's see what we have. We can buy Hydral Technologies. Some Hydrotech. These mercenaries found some sort of Hydrotech out in one of the belts. They won't say where or let us see what it is, but they have no idea what it is, and they can't use it, but they know we can. They're willing to let it go for a price. And it's just operations, special technologies, and weapons. If you buy a Hydrotechnology, the reason that is so not expensive compared to everything else is that it's a random of one of these 4. Construction workers helps you build stuff easily. Scientists helps you research. Security, I don't need to say anything here. We can build some space outposts. This is an extended work contract that will occupy you fully for months, but upon completion you will have a shiny new outpost. No need for thievery, but this is unfortunately something that takes 6 times as long without the help of a government. If the number of months required to complete an outpost is higher than you like, you may want to hire mercenary construction workers at the black market. Improve your manufacturing capabilities, or both. Your manufacturing ability goes up by researching or stealing certain technologies, and also by personally owning non-outsourced manufacturing outposts for yourself. And personal research is the exact same thing. Oh, personal research is not an outpost, but allows you to do your own types of research, which I will definitely do. Then we could sell prisoners as slaves, which will make people hate me so easily. And then I could buy bribe items as well if I want to. So, of the research I'm going to do, I'm actually going to research improved textbooks because it's such a short amount of time, about 2 minutes, and I can let the galaxy burn, as it were. So I'm just going to let this go on. I'm going to fast forward because this game is a lot of waiting, and I want to see what happens. And we researched it, kept it for ourselves, got a new tech, improving our research skill a little bit further, and a little weird thing happened. One of the Skylaxian's ships kind of just vanished. Can't really say anything about that, but alright. Anyway, now that we have that, Friendly Act, what do we got here? Okay, that's great. Why, you can't do this right now. I know this is heartbreaking news, but there actually aren't any pirate bases left at the moment. But anyway, we can get some outposts done. We can start doing cooperative research, which is nice. We can learn from races if I wanted to get some techs quite easily. Like, I will probably get the techs I can learn in half a second. And I can improve relations with other races if I wanted to. So let's learn some of these things that take so little time. Geopolitical Fancy Analysis enabled. Alright, I've delayed showing you these things long enough. There are 4 overall RCI scores for each planet. economic, medical, environmental, and public order. These range from -2000 to 2000. The tooltips for each icon tell you more about the consequences of each value getting negative. These represent overall public order. These represent overall societal trends and quality of life on a planet. A poor quality planet, even a planet you like, is not necessarily bad for you. These affect the likelihood of each kind, good or bad, event, and quest at each location. In some cases, you can only get the best quest when a planet is doing terrible. Desperation motivates. Then again, as noted, the chances increase for really awful events to happen, diseases, typhoons, etc. So it's a gamble. Let's talk about trends. Exactly one RCI value per planet is going to be trending either up or down at all times. On the left, we see a public order trending up for the Acutians, and on the right we see a red public order icon for the Peltians, showing that it's trending down. What causes trends? You know, life stuff. People do things, butterflies flap wings, and trends emerge. Hey, a whole bunch of new political deals opened up to you. Dozens, literally. These tend to be called Planetary Advice, and you can use them to convince a race to focus on eradicating crime or enacting tax breaks or whatever. Remember, one trend per planet. If you execute a political deal with a race that starts a new trend, it replaces the old one. Experiment. Don't try to max them out. They're a useful tool, and higher is often better, but really negative numbers can open up some cool opportunities. Anyway, we got the orbital bombardment, and what do things look like? I mean, Boreans have a fairly terrible planet, but Skylaxians are even worse because of their planet, like their environment is awful. But they have a positive medical trend, which will help the birth rate a lot, and increases science overall, which I think the Skylaxians kind of needed. Or is that someone else? Skylaxians, where art thou? No, you're actually the highest science. Who needed that? Boreans. And I'm guessing they had a really heavy negative. Yeah. Yeah, no. I'm probably gonna give some planetary advice to... Well... Never mind. I'll let economy roll out and something will change. Acutians? I actually don't want them dying off. Oh yeah, they're at negative influence, so they're not gonna listen to my gut, to me. So, yeah, never mind. Screw those people. So for friendly actions now, I can actually do paid dispatches where I provide assistance of some kind, and I will basically make people either like me or hate me. If things like this occur, I'll probably make the Boreans dislike me a little bit more on the end of this, but that's not my issue. I actually would like the Skylaxians to not have a terrible planet for them. And by doing this, I also get a fair amount of influence every couple of ticks. But as you can see right now, their planet is at 1, because I've made the environment a positive benefit for them. And I'll now pause, and we'll actually cancel this dispatch. Bringing them up from liked to trusted, Boreans dislike me a little bit more for helping the Skylaxians, but that's because the Skylaxians and Boreans hate each other. And they have a mediocre environment, but it's not a massive negative now. And they at least have a normal production, normal troop movements, normal birth rate, you name it. And as time is getting closer and closer to being up, I'm actually going to ask them to do something. Can you colonize a moon for me? Like, what are moons for? Why should I bother colonizing them? Nobody seems to know, least of all anybody in this government. Well, I'll tell you what they're for, getting a hefty payday in resources. If a race colonizes a moon, they'll discover what its primary resource type is and get a big monthly income of that sort from the moon. This is useful for that race to be able to build certain special projects, and it also helps open up more avenues for trade routes. In order for two races to trade, they have to have sufficient resource income, and that usually means colonizing at least a moon or two. Also, the Acutians can only strap rockets to uncolonized moons at planets they control. Hint hint, just for, you know, potential future reference. So let's see. A moon bearing cesium was colonized, and they like me slightly more. So a month will go on, and we're getting very close to the Burlust getting out in the galaxy proper. But I'm going to do one more thing, and I'm actually going to ask the Boreans to try to colonize a moon themselves. It'll take a little bit more for them to do this, but that's not my issue. And they got Xena time. Alright. I can't do interplanetary relations, and I need to get them to have 60 influence to do that. Okay. Well, another month goes by, and today's episode will be finished. Hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy 20 with Let's Play The Last Federation, and I am signing off. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, or subscribe, for it helps out a great deal, and I hope to see you all next time. Farewell.